Hello, hello.
Jen, let me call her.
Okay.
See which number I can find for her. This has been one crazy morning. Oh, I don't know if you saw in your chat too. I put a whack proposal together that's going to have to be edited for sure.
Okay.
Just wanted to get something started. Okay.
An email message. We will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Have a great day. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, Judy, it's Bev and Jennifer over at CI Whip Group, and we were on our online meeting waiting for you, and I wanted to call and see if you needed some assistance. I'm going to go back in my recent phone calls and see if I can find the other number that you called me on last night. Maybe that's the number we need to be calling you on. Or you can give me a call back at 469 458 7407. That's 469-458-7407 if you're having some problems trying to join, and we'd love to help you. Thank you so much, Judy. Bye-bye. Let me go back and see if I can find that number from last night, Jennifer. She responded today, so I know she knows about the meeting. I wonder if this one's it. Jennifer, we'll be with you in just a moment.
Thank you.
Jennifer,
Yes.
I've
Oh,
got.
I got it.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
got it.
Never mind. She got it. Okay. Never mind.
Hello, hello.
Jennifer, is Judy coming in through the?
Yep. Just waiting for her to get audio.
No, I mean, but yeah, I can see that she's trying to join. I didn't know if she was coming in on her sound part.
Sure. We'll give her a second.
I'll take this off the speaker and see if you can hear me.
Well, if you came in through your computer, because I'm on my cell phone, I called you just on this, but
Yeah.
you should be able to. We should be able to hear you. Unmute yourself if it over in the left-hand corner. Jennifer,
Yeah.
you've let her in, right?
Yep, she's in.
Oh, it says join audio. Okay. Wait a minute.
I think I heard you say so.
Okay.
Jennifer, can you hear Judy through the computer?
She's just joining. We'll let her get her audio set up real quick.
Hold a second.
Oh, computer audio. Yeah, now I'm on.
Okay, bye. There we go.
I apologize.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Okay.
How is basketball?
It was fine. We ran to one club and signed him up, and the other one was a one-on-one practice thing. So,
Oh,
what?
really?
How old is he?
10.
Oh,
Oh, that's fun age.
Mhm.
that's fun. I lived on the bleachers at that age.
Yeah. I am 61 though.
I get it. Oh, very cool.
I guess.
All right. Well, we wanted to take a minute and be able to answer any open questions you had about getting started with your website project. Do you have specific questions you want us to address out of the gate?
Yeah. We started to go over this, but okay. Up front, we have a $1,500 one-time fee. I need to know what I need to know exactly what the 200 is, and that it says every month $200, which I'm assuming includes the 3 rounds of changes per month. I guess those are my questions. It mentions so many stock images. How much is it if I go over those? All the extras that will pop up.
Okay, perfect.
And
So
Jennifer, that link's at the top of that where I put it in.
I
Do you
got
see
it.
that link?
I got it.
Okay, great.
I'm good to go. Okay, so let me help. And you can ignore the link that we sent you. You don't need to use that link. We've got a proposal up and we're outlining everything so that it's extremely clear. Essentially, with your website, you have a one-time investment, and your one-time investment, that's for design and development of the website, is $1,500. Normally, we start at $2,500. You're getting the Matt McCoy program for existing client referrals. Now, what's included in that is essentially your the design of your homepage, and we ask that you approve that homepage design within 3 rounds of changes, so we're not designing forever. The best way to get a really good homepage is to make sure that when you have that project management meeting and you fill out your onboarding forms from the very first day,
Right.
is translate as much of what you want, who you are, who you serve, what you do, where you do it. Get that information out of your head into the project manager's head, and you'll be great. The only time designs go over is when someone skips out on transfer of information from the beginning, or they have no clue who they want to be when they grow up.
Yeah, right.
So from a design standpoint, the great part is as long as we have a homepage design, we'll take care of the inside of the website. You don't need to be involved in every single step. We've got the rest down. On the homepage of the site, there'll be some specific things. One is iStock images. So what we did is we increased that to 15 iStock images. If you have pictures, we can use yours. If you go over by a couple, they're not going to freak out. But I have to pay for them every time they buy an iStock image. So
Right.
you want to stay close to it. Try and, pick out the ones that you want that best represent the business, and use images you may have outside of that. Just make sure none are stolen from Google and you're good to go.
Right.
Okay. As far as images, 15 is just fine. For the homepage of your site, you're going to have 3 sliders that we use images for, and your sliders are it's like the first 3 messages you want somebody to see when they first land on the site. Those are things you can change in the future, but you'll want to start off with 3 primary messages that really capture consumers' interest right out of the gate.
Okay.
Okay. You'll also
Yeah,
have.
picture, you say the picture's actually going to slide in, or it could be just word content.
You
Has
should.
to be something catchy that they're going to grab.
Yeah, you're going to want a photo behind that. You'll want a picture and then text on top of it.
Okay.
They'll do an overlay. And then some kind of a call to action, like
Okay.
request a quote, schedule service, whatever
Right.
the call is.
Right.
Okay. We'll transfer within this budget up to 30 pages of content. Because I can't see what you have available behind the scenes, if you have more, we normally charge $10 a page for content transfer. But you can, if you want to narrow that down and know exactly, you want to transfer all the content you have in your old site in that GoDaddy account. So you can always give us a login and password. Let us go look and see what's in there before you sign the agreement. If you're more comfortable with that, if you think it's around 30, we were thinking that'd be a good
I think it's less than 30.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So I think that'll cover that. That's perfect.
Now I'm going to stop you right there. As far as what you would be transforming, I don't have it all corrected. The verbiage is not good on all of it. So I would need to change that. So you would want me to do that beforehand too, wouldn't you?
No. Here's what I would recommend is design the site. Approve the design, let them go to development. They're going to build the website, and you're going to have what we refer to as a dev link or a development link. Once you have a development link, you can get a login and password, and you can go in there and you can start making modifications and additions to content. You can change it, edit it, add it. You'll go through training. You'll learn how to use your site.
Okay.
You can make what you feel are absolutely required changes before go live.
Okay.
then go live as quickly as possible, and you can continue to make changes afterwards, which is actually really good for the health of the site. We want Google to see that you launched a new site and that new content is there and you're adding new content. That'll get Google to start crawling the site earlier.
Right. So I am allowed to go in and change it, update it constantly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The
Okay.
more content you have on that site,
Yeah.
the better.
Okay.
And we'll teach you how to add content so that it helps you with your search engine ranking. So it helps you get placed in the right drawer.
Right. The meta tags and things like that.
Yeah, yep, exactly. The structure of it as well.
Okay.
Okay, so, and then we'll build out the site. Now, other things that are in here, let me make sure. So obviously you'll have an integrated blog. We will link to your social media sites. We will integrate.
I hope you can't see me. I kind of get catches of you, but I'm in my pajamas.
Oh no, that's Bev. I don't know how Bev's got her video on. Here, let me see if
I
I can
know. Turn me
No,
on.
don't.
stop video. There you go.
I am. Thank you. I'm awful. Listen, girl, I'm just recuperating from being sick, and I look really bad.
Why? They canceled school today, so.
Oh,
Okay, accelerated mobile pages. We'll also make sure that it's schematic markup. Okay, without getting too complicated, accelerated mobile pages is part of the Mobile First initiative. We'll make sure that's done. All that means is if somebody finds your site while they're searching on their phone, the pages of the website will render very quickly because it strips all the garbage code and images and it only displays the content, which that's a requirement from Google. Also, it'll have something called schematic markup, which means that consumers will have the ability to leave a review on your website, and those reviews will have the ability to be displayed on a review page somewhere on your site. And those stars can show in the search rankings once Google agrees or decides that they want to show up those stars. So I'll show you an example of that.
I know what you're meaning.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this is all that this does. Schematic markup, which is important, is puts these rankings.
Right.
Judy, didn't you tell me that you used to build websites?
Well, I've been involved. Yes. I built my very first one. The second one, I mean, I just hate GoDaddy. I hate. So, yeah, I mean, and I used to sell it. I used to sell web. So I've been around it quite a bit. I mean, and I handle all our computers and networking and things. So, yeah, I'm not illiterate, but I certainly don't know everything, or I would be doing it.
We live in it, and it's hard for us to keep up. I can't imagine if you didn't have a team. It's just hard to keep up.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. Every time I feel like I'm getting sharp at it, our developers come in and put me back in my place and remind me that I haven't read the latest changes.
Oh my goodness, I can't even.
Which are 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I go back to feeling small.
Right.
All right. Content writing. We just put this here as a placeholder. I don't think you need that. You'll take care of that. I'm going to remove this one. If you ever need us to write content for you and you'd rather pay for it than spend the time doing it, that's an option. Right now, not necessary.
Oh, so I will, so no charge, but I will be inserting content.
You don't have to insert it. We just need you to write it. You can send it to the project manager. Yeah, and they can put it in for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, if you want us to write it, you can, but it's $100 a page.
And it's so difficult. You don't know my business and what I want. Right.
Exactly. So
you're doing it all the time.
Okay, so your website's hosting, maintenance, and support. There are a couple options here. So we have a basic program where we do the hosting of your website. We do all of the maintenance, which is maintenance meaning plugin updates, MySQL updates, your server updates, WordPress updates. And we also do your backups on a daily basis. We do backups and hold. We'll also manage all of the security. We'll pay for and ensure you have an SSL certificate, a secure website, secure socket layer for the site as well. And you'll have access to our support system for break fixes. So if something breaks on the site and you need help, they'll take care of it for you.
Okay.
So that's option 1. Now, the 200 that you saw is because that program is an advanced program that includes website admin, which is us making changes to your site when you need them. I think it's 3 a month or something. And then it also includes the CRM system, which is the ability for prospects to come to your website, fill out a form, or schedule time to speak with you about service. It gives you a database that holds all of the leads and opportunities so that you can market to them later. So on our site and all of our client websites, you'll see the CRM system is integrated in the lower right-hand corner. That's what this system is. And the reason we use this system is because I don't want to put web forms on a website that allow a hacker to inject code directly into a website or server. So I want a third-party application that allows leads to come in, and it also functions as a good consumer or contact relationship management system. So you have an inbox where all of the leads that have came from your website are all stored in this inbox. So people can request an appointment with you. It's tied into your calendar. They can reschedule. You can reschedule. You can keep track of requests that come in, accept them, decline them, ask for a new time. All of the people who interact with your website are inside the system. And inside the system, you can tag them. You can see all of their details or notes. You can see all of the appointments they've booked with you. You can also, should you choose to turn on the functionality, take payments online, manage documents back and forth. So if they want to send you a picture or image, or you want to send a quote or proposal, everything's in the system, including all of the conversations. So when the consumer comes back to your website, your system's automatically going to know that they have an account. Once they've dealt with you, they can click on My Account and it'll log them in. And from there, they can see all of the conversations, bookings, meetings, quotes, proposals, documents, anything that you've shared through this application.
Now we use online CRM program that I kind of customize to our business, and we can do most of this.
What do we have the ability to create web forms and put them up on your website from your CRM?
I can find out. I don't know.
Do you know what system is it?
Razor Sync, and I don't know what it's built with. No.
Okay.
It originally started out again kind of a smaller, but they've come a long way. So
what you should ask them is, this right here is a web form. I would assume that if they have a web form on their own website, if somebody fills this out, it's going to automatically feed your database.
Right.
So tell them you want the same thing they have on their site so that we can embed this into your website and it automatically submit to your CRM.
Okay, so you want a link to tie the two together.
Yeah, and what they'll probably give us is an embed code. And then we can just paste it on there. And that way, if anybody completes a contact us or request a quote or something like that, it's going to automatically feed into your CRM system. Okay. So that's good. Let's avoid, we don't need the CRM system in here. So I don't have this on that on this quote either.
Okay.
which that saves you some money, which I think would be smart if you allocated it towards your local business listings. Let me save this. So right now we have a $1,500 investment for your website, $75 a month for all of the maintenance associated with the website and the servers. And then the recommendation from a marketing standpoint is the local business listings. Did you guys cover that, you and Beth?
No, we didn't have a chance, but I just put that into your link. The
Okay.
link in your in the meeting chat.
Okay, let me go look.
It's also, I put it in the account. So the one that was in there, I didn't like the looks of it. So I'll read it up.
Okay.
There you go.
We don't come up anywhere, I can tell you.
So here's the reality when it comes to marketing. Let me just pull up Sarah Web Group. This is effectively the list of everything every business should eventually have in place. For design a website, their content, CRM/scheduling, local listings, reviews, social media, SEO, and so forth. Our philosophy is you've got to scale into this, bootstrap it, do the right things in the right order at the right time, which in your scenario, step one is website, content, and then you have a CRM in place. That would be fundamentals of infrastructure. Then when you start getting into marketing, local listings would be next.
Okay.
The local directories or local listings are the top 60 to 70 local accounts such as Google Business Listings, Yahoo, Bing, Facebook, Yelp, MapQuest, City Search, but also it includes things like Amazon Alexa, Google Home for all the AI devices. If somebody's talking to Siri or Amazon Alexa asking for a particular kind of service or a recommendation for a vendor, then that's what this comes from. So in order to get
So we did show up.
yeah, you have a lot of listings. Now there's some discrepancies as far as some addresses, and we have some missing listings, but none of the listings.
Because D&J House Doctors is also us.
Okay. So we need to come up with a name, and we need to keep it system. It's all of these have to be exactly the same and exactly the same on your website, same address, same phone number. What'll happen is kind of phase one is we make sure you have the top 70 listings perfected with exactly the correct information across the board on all of them.
Okay.
The second thing that we do is we publish content to those listings. So this is the last 12 weeks for 139 clients. We've published 34,000 pieces of content. And what that does is that's what gets them profile views and phone calls and clicks, views on search, and calls on their
Now,
phone.
when you say you've programmed, so you've added keywords, changed up things to make sure we keep coming up. Is that what you're saying?
So this actually has nothing to do with your website showing up. This is your directories. This is your Google Business Listing.
Yes. Okay.
All of those. So we can't get your website to rank for your primary service you want to sell in the primary city you want to sell it if Google's confused on who you are.
Right.
So our first step is we've got to make sure that there's no question the company name, the address, the phone number are all identical. They've all been verified and the accounts are active. So what we do is we publish content such as pictures, video, images, text to these local directories. The more frequently we publish content to these directories, we take businesses from being DOA or dead on arrival to actually having traffic and phone calls and clicks. And then from here, now you're in a position where your local listings are clean. Those are good. We also monitor your reviews and send you a notification every time you get a review so that you can respond. I would recommend out of the gate, if you can manage your social media to keep them active, do that. And then the next thing you'd want to start with when you have the budget for it is search engine optimization. So as long as your website is golden, your content is in place, your local listings are accurate, popular, you've got positive reviews coming in, your social media accounts are updated. That's a big congratulations. And now we can talk about getting your website ranked for the services you want to sell and the cities you want to sell them.
Approximately how much does that cost?
So the local listings is $200 a month. Normally it's $3. Bev's giving you a discount on that. And that covers all 60 local listings.
Usually, Judy, these are the people that call all the time and say, hey, I'm with Google, and only for $300 or $400 a month, I'm going to clean up one of your listings. I had a dealer that was paying $2,500 a month because he didn't realize he was getting taken by all these people. So we get actually a bulk rate on these so that we're covering all 60 to 70.
Okay.
And that way you're not out paying individual subscriptions to each one of those to try and keep them updated. Let me show you. I'm actually going to take you over to the HVAC site because it has a really good kind of structure for marketing.
That was search engine optimization. I mean, I thought it all happened together, I guess.
Yeah.
And paying for the optimization so that it comes up.
So there's lots of pieces, lots of working pieces. I'm just working on a presentation for a group I've got to talk to, and I have an image up here that talks about that. So what you're starting off with is technically the digital technology, which is your website. And then the content is the pages that we're going to put into Google's filing system. So if you look at this, I was just...
Which content is king.
Yeah. So the more pages you have inside the drawer, the more real estate you own. When you first start putting those pages on your website, you're going to fit in this everything else button. Because give me what's the top service you want to sell?
Bed bugs.
So a consumer would say bed bug removal. In which city?
Marion, Marion, Ohio.
Okay, so I have bed bug exterminator was the first search term that came up. So in order for you to get new business, you need to be in the top 10 of 29,000 pages.
Exactly.
For a page so you need one page on your website that says bed bug exterminator, Marion, Ohio.
Right. So you come up with all the different words that's going to trigger it to come up, right?
Yep. Then the process of getting that page to show up here. So these guys, they're focused on pest control, Marion, Ohio. And then they're using inside their content, they have Marion, Ohio, bed bug exterminators, bed bug infestations are fortunately coming, blah, blah, blah. And that single page is what gets them in this drawer. What makes them show up in the top 5 of 26,000 is the popularity of this page, which that is the cross between local listings. So we would take this page and we would publish it out to those 60 local listing accounts, social media, which you would want to publish the content or that page to your social media accounts, the on-page SEO, which is all the metadata you talked about. And the combination of those things is what's going to get this page to rise up to the top, get it in the top 5 of the 29,000, and you now have a new cash machine.
That bucket's really low.
Scrolling down, I thought I saw us come up.
So this is your Google business listing, which is one of the 60 local directory sites that we would be marketing content to. The more new content you have publishing to this, the higher it's going to rank, the more calls you're going to get. We would make sure, what's the deal with your website on here? We need to make sure that this page stays in that recommended listings. Because right now, there's 3 listings in here, but you guys are running neck to neck. 7 reviews, 5 reviews, 27 reviews. If another company comes in with more reviews or publishes more content, they could knock you off of this list, and now you're not an option even in the Google business listings.
Okay.
This listing will only work in the city you have a physical office space. So if I remember, it's like Marion, Powell, trying to remember Matt's key phrases.
We have like 19 counties we run.
Yep. So eventually, goal number 1 needs to be get your website up and focus strictly on Marion. Let's get you as much business in that area as possible through local listings and SEO and content. Later, when you say, okay, we're doing a good job here, let's open it up. I want to go into new areas. We're going to be talking about step number 5, which is the reviews acquisition system. That'd be another $300 a month. But what this system does is help you acquire reviews by city that we can use as content on your site to help you start getting ranked in other locations other than just Marion.
Okay.
That way you start opening up more cash machines
Right.
in other locations. So when you're budgeting, this is the easiest way to look at it is from a marketing standpoint. You want to start off with local listings. That's the top 60 local directories. That's these. That makes sure everything is accurate. We get your local listings up and running. We make sure those are performing. For you, it's $100 less than this.
Okay.
Then you want to add step 5, which is the reviews, acquisition, and remarketing system. Then you want to add social marketing. You're going to be doing it for now. At some point, you want to get it off of your plate. Then you want to add search engine optimization, which is the process of us formally going out, identifying what do you want to sell, what cities do you want to sell it, and us making sure those pages show up on page 1 of Google. Now, the beauty is, if you want to get found for bed bug exterminators, Marion, Ohio, this is the least amount of competitive pages we have out of any client for any search term.
Yeah.
That's
Is good.
That's awesome.
It's about what, 3 months for every 100. Oh no, not even that.
No, this is
That's not 100. I thought that was 295.
We're in a small time. We're small time area.
Yeah, so
That's only 29,000.
if you change it to pest control, that's going to be different. So pest control is going to take a minute.
No.
That's
No.
hard.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you go after a bed bug exterminator, removal.
You want to go after your low-lying fruit first, or low-hanging fruit, they call it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. Let me see what they recommend. Heavy on pest control.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah. Most people don't even know. Well, I find most people don't use exterminator.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's what Google's recommending. I would not have put that in there, but it showed up as a recommendation, which means that it's
It is used.
used. Yeah. So bed bug heat treatment.
We don't do heat treats.
Okay. I'm curious what.
You typed in bed bug removal, right?
Yeah.
Hardly any exterminator. One.
I don't remember seeing Athens anywhere near.
I've never heard of Buggish.
Mhm. Mm,
Buggish Pest Control, it said. I've never heard of it.
let's see. Gosh, that's what your area is just full of all these little cities.
It is. That's why we deal with Upper Nevada, Bucyrus, North Rock. We encircle darn near everything you have up here. Oh, we do. We do. We service all of this right now.
So if
Every single thing in this that you have up, we serve.
you do, okay.
Yes,
So
and we do a lot in all of them.
okay. So what has made McCoy's and Barron's and all of our clients who service a lot of local towns successful is the combination of local listings, step 4, the reviews acquisition system, step 5. So this, if you want to get found in all those cities, the tool called Nearby Now, essentially it's an app you put on your phone, and every time you guys go do work in a new city, you guys check in. So for example, this company went to go do work in Marysville, Washington. So 22 hours ago, John checked in, and it's just an app on his phone. He said, doing maintenance for a furnace, blah, blah, blah. 29 days ago, they did work there. They asked for a review, and they got a review from Lil and Jean. And this is all the work. So what happens is you use an app on your phone. Every time you guys go do work, your team checks in and say, we're doing a bed bug removal in such and such. The app will automatically tag you to the little town or city that you're in. Then you ask the client for a review when you're done. Now you have new content that comes to us. So instead of you having to sit back and write new content, we'll get the content. We'll go create a page on your website for that town or city. And we'll optimize it using the content from your check-ins and reviews. You always have new content flooding Google for all these cities. So what happens is when somebody's searching for a particular service like this, that page where you got those reviews starts to show up on Google with those
breadcrumbs and stuff.
Yep, with those reviews, and you'll start generating new business because you have all these local city pages.
Okay.
How many employees do you have, Judy?
3 employees, 2 technicians besides my husband. So we have 3 vehicles out on the road.
Okay. Yeah.
I tell you what, we had to fire 2 guys for stealing big time from us because we were ready to be at 4 or 5. So, yeah. Well, I was an optician for 29 years. It started off, I just used to be so involved in the community, and it is a small area and people just know you,
Yeah.
But we want to grow into Delaware, Lewis Center, Powell. Right now, I'm not sure we need to focus on local. Well, we do to be pulled up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like every single.
We have all the city buildings, all the county, the sheriff, the police office. We have a good strong referral system.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
that doesn't get this unless we really chose to target another area. Would we be able to consider that our local or no?
Yeah. So in that, what you would do is you go drive out to that location, check in like 10 times while you're having lunch or driving by, and say, we're doing work in such and such. That'd give us the content. We'd add the page, and then we'd start working on SEO on that page to get it ranked. And eventually, as that page climbs up, which I do not see that being a issue in this area, that is.
And Judy, if you need some help trying to hire on some new people, we can always put that on your website as well. We're hiring.
Oh, you know what?
helpful.
Do you want a job board on your website that you can put job descriptions on and take resumes?
No,
Okay.
I'm extremely picky. It's just unusual here. You're
Yeah.
dealing with a different area, different everything.
I
I mean, I've been involved in marketing, for 48 years, and it just is.
yeah.
Not what you're telling me, that I get everything you're telling me, but I don't want, let's just leave it. I don't need an ad.
Okay. Easy enough. CRM system. Let me just make sure I get a note of that. So it's up to you. I get excited, so that's why I'm talking about the ways you can grow. It's
I'm
totally up to you.
excited too. Yeah. And when you throw out 200 and 300, I start to go, but we do billboards constantly. We can cut back. What I had anticipated to do is totally go this way, because I think this is where it's at. Yes, if we have the extra, we can do billboards. I mean, top of the mind awareness, all of that. It takes everything. I get that. But for now, I really would like to put most of our marketing here.
I think it's smart. I think branding is later. We have in our world, step 11 is when you start doing things like billboard, radio, pay-per-click. What I believe any small business should do is invest in their business, meaning the things you do from a marketing standpoint need to have a permanent compounding interest impact on the business. If you spend $100 today, I need it to be worth more than $100 next year.
Right.
Versus traditional advertising, billboards, you're burning through cash and you hope it does something. And when you're done spending, you have nothing.
Right.
So.
Okay. So when you say that, it immediately says to me, okay, so if at any point, I mean, we can also say, I'm just throwing this out.
Yeah.
Cut back on something and say, no, we can't afford that this year, so we can just pay to upgrade the site. Don't make any other changes. Are those things possible?
You can cancel. So there's no long-term contracts with us. But the reality is if we set up 60 local listings, we're paying a subscription fee to those listings. If we cancel, they're going to go back on the market as open listings for anybody to claim this listing. And competitors can snag them.
I'm just saying, you never know what happens.
Yeah. Yes, you can cancel anything at any time. I don't believe you will, because these things are going to be the sole providers of your future business.
I agree.
They will be worth their weight in gold. So I'm not worried about it, but there is no long-term contracts with us.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you say long-term, is it a year or 2 years or what is
No,
it?
there's just none. There's month to month.
Nervous Elise.
That's kind of scary. You put money up front.
We're pretty confident and a little arrogant.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay.
Plus, 50% of the clients that leave because, a hot sales rep comes in with some cookies and they're local, they come back. So I don't worry about it.
I don't like local sales reps. I've dealt with them all. They know better than to call.
Yep. We just don't worry about it. Our clients tend to be like family and we all work together and we're all in the same bucket. We're all entrepreneurs trying to grow the business. We have to work together.
In a small area, we belong to a lot of the chambers, and if you're involved and give back between that and the web and the social media, that's where it's at, I believe.
Yep. 100% agree. 100% agree. That's absolutely our business model.
Okay, so right out of the gate, it will be the $1,500 down and then $200 a month immediately.
So if you do the local listings and your maintenance, your hosting and maintenance, it'll be $275.
Okay.
Okay. And if you decide you want to add in the Nearby Now reviews program, then you would add 300 to that, and you'd start acquiring reviews and check-ins by city. And your team would need to go through training, but you can add that whenever you want, as soon as you're ready.
That would be the additional 300.
Yes, ma'am.
So 575. Okay. Okay.
The local listings are just a great place to start, because you've got 70 opportunities there that you're missing out on, especially with the new voice activated devices. And I'm not going to say Siri, or she'll talk back to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the reviews are a big deal. The review system, as soon as you can add it, definitely add it to your plan. Consumers are moved by those little stars. The more of them you have, the more pleased Google is.
Oh, absolutely. I do that on Facebook, but
Awesome.
I don't have very many. But again, actually, the last promotion, I did get a lot of activity, so I did something right. The couple of them I knew were bad. They were bad.
Okay. Yeah, this is a system. It'll work.
You will put Facebook. Should I do Facebook and Twitter, or Facebook, Instagram? I have Facebook, Instagram, and then should I do Twitter and LinkedIn or not LinkedIn? I've been told different things.
So from a time standpoint and priority standpoint, right now, Facebook and content for your website and acquiring reviews are the 3 things you should focus on.
Facebook?
Yep. Facebook, content creation for the website, and acquiring new reviews. Those are as a business owner, the 3 things that are your high leveraged activities.
Okay, I got you.
Can you show maybe one example of one of our websites where she can see too, where they can just come on and leave their Google reviews, just kind of show?
Yeah.
I know it
One
on
of our sites.
Yeah. So where I was going with that is you have priorities, primarily the reviews acquisition, those Nearby Now review systems, and search engine optimization by city. That is more important and a bigger priority than adding any other social media accounts.
Okay.
When you've got,
here, actually.
yeah. So, the answer, if you're talking to a social media person, is they're going to sound like it's the most important thing in the world. Well, they're not a business owner, so they're not prioritizing time and money.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Should you do everything? Yes. Is it reality? No. You have other things that are more important first. Getting reviews by city is going to outweigh those other social media networks tenfold.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Yeah. And I've done a halfway decent job, certainly not outstanding on social. Just keeping the name. I'm getting better at it. Let's say that. Right
Good.
now, I do have Facebook and Instagram linked, and locally, tons of the people I know are Instagram.
Yep. Yeah. And those are, if they're comfortable for you and there's stuff you do out of habit, your own routine, that's awesome. But if you're going to spend any extra time doing something, getting that app and getting those reviews and doing those check-ins by city is way more going to impact your bottom line positively than branding.
Okay. On the social, I do boost the ads and pay more on that, and I reach out to specific areas. Would you say just stop that, because we just need to focus on exactly what you're telling me? Just continue as I've been doing.
So here's the difference. When you boost social, you're crossing your fingers. It's like playing craps that someone who needs your service at that time is going to see that boost. Here's the difference. If you were to take that boosting budget and put it towards the $300 a month for Nearby Now, everyone who is looking for what you sell in the city they live that you sell, you're going to be an option for.
Okay.
Right at the right time. And this whole marketing process is essentially, what do you want to sell? Where do you want to sell it? Meaning what cities? Are you an option where people are looking? And do you look good when they get there? Website and reviews.
Okay.
If you master those things in that order, you will accomplish what every business needs, which is consistent progress. You don't need ups and downs, peaks and valleys. You need to be able to grow the business and make progress. Every year, the business marketing, your digital footprint, your reputation gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and the business can grow. You can recruit and hire and train on a natural path instead of any crazy peaks and valleys that advertising would produce.
Okay. Yep. We have been blessed. We have. We're again. It's yeah. But I follow you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm liking it a lot.
Right.
I wished I would have had everybody here, to be honest, when we did. But
We recorded it. I think this is recording. So let me, I'll get this uploaded to YouTube, make it private, and we'll send you the video so you can share it with your
gosh,
team.
really?
Yes.
Oh, because having the team involved means a lot to them, and
Yes.
clearer understanding of why I'm making decisions the way I do.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
We're big about involving the team.
Yeah.
Let's hope you can edit out those lovely pictures of Bev today as I'm trying to recover.
So what we'll do, we'll send you 2 different proposals. We'll send you one with the Nearby Now system and one without it. That way, as you guys talk, because adding the reviews, step 5, the whole team has to participate. Your team's job is to check in and request reviews every opportunity. Our job is to take those reviews, get them on your website, optimize them so they start showing up on page 1 of Google. So they have to buy into that.
And that is why they need to hear that too.
Yes. So I'm saying it because they're going to listen here. So we'll send you 2 proposals, one that includes this where they all agree they're going to show up to training, download the app. They're going to check in every opportunity you have in every city you want or are doing or have done business. And they're going to ask for reviews via text message when they're with the client. If they do that,
Okay.
game on. Now you've got new content in every city.
The only person we're going to have trouble with is my husband, the owner. The techs would be awesome at it. They're young.
Yes. And yeah.
Sometimes they like to have little contests if, depending, you don't have too many employees right now, but sometimes they'll go, oh, gee, if you get X number of reviews, we're going to give you a little $25 Starbucks card. You'd be amazed.
No, yeah, that's
That gives them incentive because the reviews are priceless.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're permanent.
Yeah, it kind of brings everybody up when you're asking for a review. The tech knows that he has to do a good job. And
Yes. It's a good thing for the whole business.
okay.
Absolutely.
Well, you do an awesome presentation. I will say that.
Aw, thank you.
Compared to local, yeah.
Aw.
My only dilemma was, we have a local that has approached me with this same thing, and she, the family is really well known and owns half of Marriott, so kind of got myself in a little bind, but I have to do what's best for the company.
Yeah, I always call them triple Fs, friends, family, and fools.
Yeah.
I get it, and all of us business owners have been down that path, and we know what it is. It's
right. I was so glad when I sold my other business because I could actually buy a car and not have all the other dealers calling me, but and being disappointed in me. Then my husband wanted to start this, so here I am again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is great, and if you can send me that link, that's just fabulous. Today is Wednesday. And I have to, I'm going to take till the first of the week and then absolutely get back with you.
Okay. I'll give you a buzz too, Judy, now that I have the correct number for you.
Okay.
And if you have any questions in the meantime, I'll put my information in. Please feel free to reach out to me as well.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much for spending time today. We appreciate it, and we look forward to working with you.
Oh, thank you for offering it. Have a great day. Or
You
evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.